Hello, you guys. My name is Zion, and today I'm going to be talking about city photography. City photographers are people that go out into the city and take pictures of architect or local things that are in their city. Cities help represent like what the state is like, gives background on the state and what type of environment they're in. So the first thing I recommend for people that are doing city photography, roam around, get to know your city a bit, get to look at different things you've never seen before, because you can miss out on something really special in that city that you probably would love to take a photo of, but you didn't get a chance to roam around. So I highly recommend roaming around the city to look at the different aspects of your city, because when you walk around, you get to look at different things you've never seen before. Take the time to go to different streets. Walk. I really recommend walking. Go through different alleyways. Look at the different types of. If you have art in your city, look at it, analyze it, because these all play a huge role in your city photography because it helps you build your mindset. And while you're walking, start brainstorming ideas, start thinking about what you want to do and stuff like that. Second, I really recommend, so after you're done roaming around, then you're gonna want to start jotting down a couple of ideas you had from roaming around, like, oh, I've seen this at this street, and I've seen that at that street, and I really like it. And you're gonna start mentally setting up the pictures in your head. Write it down as you're mentally setting it up, so when you get to that location, you're able to look at it and be like, okay, this is what I do, and this is what I need, and this is how I want to set it up. You could even do a little sketch. I really recommend a sketchbook, so then you can sketch out, like, when you're at that location, you could just sketch out a little photo of how you picture and envision the photo going. And like, I recommend, well, here's some things that I recommend is like shooting up at a building, because it gives really good perspective and it gives this nice sky and stuff like that, and it gives like this really cool thing where like you, like someone's walking up the building. Or you can shoot down the street with a bunch of people walking, because it shows like how crowded your city is and how much people walk and communicate and just do daily things like walking in the city, and how much people visit the city. Take a picture of the city sky, like having the buildings in front, and then you have the sky in the background. Just having all these skyscrapers, it really makes for a good picture, because we have something like this in Atlanta where you could go to a bridge where there's about 20 people that go there every day, I would say, and they go and take pictures of the skyscrapers and the sky, because that's when the sun sets behind it, and it's a beautiful photo. Even take pictures of like local restaurants, local shops, tattoo shops, stuff like that, because they can also play a big role into your city photography. Because city photography doesn't just have to be skyscrapers. It could be local restaurants that stay on the end on the city streets, or it could even be like different parlors, and different stores. After you do that, make sure you keep in mind that people are a part of the city. So you want to find a way to incorporate people in your photo, because it adds more to the photo. It makes it more engaging and interacting, and it helps. It's like, oh, so when a viewer of the photo looks at it, it's like, oh my gosh, there's people walking. It's a nice photo. It looks like a beautiful, nice day, and things like that. And think about your surroundings. Like, for example, in Atlanta, we have a lot of art. So take a pictures of that, because it helps represent like what the city's growing up for. Take a picture of like national parks in the cities and stuff like that. Or like for Florida, their city in Miami, their city's on a beach, so you can take a picture of like the city and the beach life, because it helps show like what your city is all about. And after you do that, I'm gonna recommend that try to find something that makes your city different. You don't want to take a generic photo of a building and be like, okay, this is my picture. Because anyone can go on Google and find that picture and be like, oh, it's the same. You want to find something in your city that makes that picture stand out. So like when you're scrolling through Instagram, you're like, oh, wow, I've never seen this really that much in photos. I like this. And it causes them to share it with their friends. So find something that makes your city your city. Art. In Atlanta, we have a bunch of tunnels that have a bunch of art. You could take pictures of the tunnelways with art in it. And I'm pretty sure in other states they have something that represents something that's big in their state that helps represent what their city is like. So make sure you find that unique thing, and then once you got all those things down, then you're gonna take your photo. And I recommend taking a couple hundred and doing different angles, going to different places, taking the photos, because the city can help. Because the city brings a lot of different photos that you can use, and I really recommend that you go out your comfort zone and actually explore the city. Thank you.